they welded it in. Fortunately, the welders were actually playing up a little bit when we were getting it on. And oh god, when did we finish? We finished about 11 at night. So yeah, the welders were playing up a little bit. Couldn't get them tuned in very well. I was doing it with my mate Andrew, who's a very good old boy welder. And yeah, that was probably the best. The other side isn't that pretty, but it's on there. It ain't going anywhere. I'll show you the front. You can see spot welded in there and then welded on there. We left the end of the bumper on from the original one. We just cut it down either side of the chassis like that. We left these on so we could weld onto that. Wasn't really much point in taking them off. That's that side. Yeah, little spot weld there, not the best. Kind of learning as I go, the welding, but got lots of stuff to do on. And over here, sorry about the light, terrible. But it's welded in there, but I need to get some paint on it before it all starts going rusty. So there we go. Unfortunately the light's not very good, but we had to take off these brackets to hold the hangers for the spare wheel, which goes in there in that little tray. We had to take them off the old bumper and weld them on, get them in place. So they got welded on. A bit of red oxide on there at the moment. We've welded that on, unfortunately. Oh yeah, that bit is where on the old bumper it had these little bits that come out onto the side like that, little cross members to support it. I think because it was just a flat section really, so no, it probably isn't as stiff, but this one, it's got that bend in it. Don't know if I can take that one. Oh, that didn't sound good. But you see it's got that curved section, so pretty damn rigid. One thing to add is there is a reason why we didn't weld this flush at the top and bottom, which it pretty much is. If you shunted that all up, if you shunted this tailgate up, it would pretty much be flush top and bottom with the chassis. But the reason we didn't do that was, one, for the hangers, they could have probably put them through the lower hole and it would have been alright. And two, also, these lights need to be low down and for visibility obviously. And where they are now, with it shunted down about 30mm from the top of the chassis, that's pretty much where they were with the old original Mercedes tailgate, because that one was a little bit longer, a bit wider, sorry. So yeah. Just thought I would show you the bumper that came off. So there you go, cut it into 3 bits, either side, took it off in sections. That was the right hand light cluster, and this was the culprit really. That side wasn't too bad, but the side was completely rotting all around the light, and it was just hanging on really by one bolt about there, so kind of all needed changing. Didn't want to have to fabricate something out and splice it onto this bit, even though the rest isn't too bad. So that's what we did in the end. I'll try and get a few videos of me cleaning up and painting the bumper that's on now, and that'll be it. Okay, so I've just gone around and grinded all these welds back, the spot weld up there, any place where the paint had burnt through from mounting the hangers on the back, and the burn through from welding it onto the chassis. So I've just taken that off. Ground these back a little bit, and just got to take a sticker off on the inside. Show you that little cheeky trick. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna wipe it all down, maybe with some mineral spirits if I can find any. Yeah, get a bit of abrasive paper on it or something. Just scratch it up a little bit and prime it with some white primer. So there we go. Now I'm going to go along and paint it all white with the white primer. Thought I'd get a shot of doing this back bit. Probably won't do the bit, get any footage of doing underneath because not very good camera angles down there. Right, going over with the top bit now. Ford Transit white. Naughty, naughty. Good coverage in this thing. Windy at the moment. Right, there we are. So, painting that with 2 coats of the dreaded Ford Transit white. Naughty, naughty. It looks pretty good. Looks much better than the rest of the van now. Sticks out like a sore thumb. But there we go. All under there. Oh, it's a bit patchy there, isn't it? Fortunately, I've run out. So. Anyway, thanks for watching and catch you in the next one.